What if I told you that adding an additional $100,000 a year to your agency's revenue doesn't have to mean working 80 hours a week? In today's video, I'm going to share how we did this in our agency, and it actually only took 4 hours of fulfillment time per week. There's no fluff here, there's no BS, just proven strategies that have worked for us and now hundreds of our clients. So if you're an agency owner, a consultant, or freelancer, you probably know what it feels like to offer services and kind of get into this situation where in order to make more money, you just need to get more clients, which means you need to hire more people. But if your services are too generalized or too custom, you often need to hire specialists. Specialists are hard to find, they're expensive, and if you're still kind of early stages of your agency growth, like under $1 million a year in revenue, you probably aren't that experienced at managing a ton of people. And when you have to manage a ton of experts, you're now leaning into skill sets that you haven't developed yet. So it becomes really difficult, and you kind of get in this trap where you feel like as revenue goes up, expenses go up equally as well, and that's not that profitable. And at that time, what I heard people tell me was, well, you just need to work smarter, not harder. And I honestly did not know what that meant until late 2017, when I was kind of introduced to a whole new way of running my agency that has changed how I think about services and the future of agencies altogether. Now, once I learned this, we added in our own business an additional $161,209.33 to our business. And that consisted of 23 clients, which averaged about $7,000 per client. So let me tell you how we did it. Up until that point, we have been building webinar funnels for our clients. We were a sales and marketing automation agency. We had clients like John Lee Dumas of Entrepreneurs on Fire, Jasmine Starr, Betty Rocker, Chris Ducker, a lot more. We had some big name clients I'm very grateful to have worked with, some of which are still my friends today. And our service rates kept increasing to the point where for a normal client, it was 15 to 25K, depending upon the type of funnel that we were building for them. After doing that funnel, doing those 2 to 3 funnels for multiple years in a row, as you can imagine, we got pretty good at it. We knew what worked, we knew what didn't. We developed assets like email scripts. The automations were pre-built with all the tagging, and the landing pages had specific templates. And we knew kind of the combination of emails and landing pages that worked to get our clients results. So each and every new client, we weren't starting from scratch. We had like the infrastructure. We had all of this pretty systematized. And so after years of building these things, we got pretty good, as you probably are at the things that you do. So at one point, I was on a sales call in 2017, and we were at capacity, and I didn't want to hire any more team members because after a decade in the agency world, we reached this nice point where we were making money. I wasn't super happy or content with the profit yet, but I didn't want to play the game of, in order to just get 8 new clients, I needed, 1 or 2 new team members, because I spent 10 plus years working both in big agency, small agency, and even finishing on the client side. I mean, I went out on my own to not do that. And here I am building that same thing. Maybe you resonate. So on this call, the prospect I was speaking with, he couldn't afford the 15 to 25K. He was in a little bit earlier stage of his business. And he literally said, well, can you just show me what to do? And I said, sure. And so I threw out an offer. I think my first time doing this was like 5K or 5,500. And we hopped on a kickoff call. I gathered all of our resources, the email scripts, the landing page templates, our internal SOPs and documentation. He gave me his login access to his automation tool. We were able to import all of the automation into his business, 80% done. And I just needed to guide him on how to customize those things to his offer and the thing that he was trying to sell using the funnel that we just gave him. So we gave him all the stuff, had the kickoff call. And then I said, hey, every week I'm going to make these 2 slots available on my calendar. If you have questions, come and hop on. It was like office hours. And so over time, got good at answering questions in this format and doing screen shares and kind of looking over the shoulder and making sure everything was working. So the 3 key pieces to this approach that I want you to take away is, one, that we productized the service. We said, hey, we're going to give you this funnel for this price. We're going to give you all of these assets to do it. And it was a productized consulting offer. The second thing is we took all of our internal stuff, the stuff that we were already using, that we had learned after 2 years of doing this for our clients, and bundled it up into the solution to give to them. And we walked them through how to do it. Number 3, we then found more clients that were willing to use their own labor because maybe they had, marketing assistants, or maybe the owner wanted to do it themselves. There are clients in your market that are willing to pay less and do more of the work if you can give them the roadmap, if you can give them the tools. So the third piece is finding clients that already had the labor or the willingness to implement. They just needed the pieces that you've already spent years focusing on. Those are the key ingredients to making this approach work. So I want to talk about how you can do this in your business. First, identify the knowledge or the method or the process that you use to get clients results. Now, the caveat to this is, in order for this to work, you have to have been good at getting clients consistent results. We had worked with our clients. We had worked with, I don't know, probably close to 50 plus clients delivering the same type of solution. And we knew what worked and we knew what didn't, so much so that we had it all documented. So if right now still all of your clients are different, you might not be in a position to do this yet. But if you've demonstrated and have a track record of getting clients consistent results, you're totally in the position to do the second thing, which is package that up into a consultative offer. We're going to show you how to do this with the assets that we've already created to do it. Number 3 then is to reach out to all the prospects that maybe you've spoken to in the past that couldn't afford you and invite them to try this out. Hey, I know that you couldn't afford the 15K, but if you still want this thing, I have something that you might be interested in. Number 4 is then give them the tools, the assets, the pre-built stuff that you've been using internally yourself, and have a kickoff call, walk them through the process, and then make yourself available either in a small group format like I did, 2 90-minute calls a week, 2 2-hour calls a week, or a couple one-on-one sessions where you just on Zoom answer questions as they're implementing and guide them through that process. Now, for us, since productizing our consulting, it's evolved. It's evolved into doing it productized one-on-one into what I call a productized program, where we now take a lot of clients through this process. 10 or so a month are coming into our ecosystem, following our playbooks on how to build out systems and funnels across their entire agency. And we've now served 600 clients in this sort of productized program, productized consulting fashion since then. And that revenue has far surpassed anything we could have generated in the done for you services, and infinitely more profitable and honestly more fun. And we've been able to help a lot more people. So some key takeaways I want you to get here is that there are clients in your world right now that are willing to do the work, that if you just give them your IP packaged up, pre-built solutions, your templates, the stuff that you and your team use in-house, there are people that will use them and go through it and pay you a premium for it. Number 2, you're likely sitting on that experience right now, assets that you already have that probably won't take long to bundle up. Number 3 is that you can help more people this way. If you care about impact and servicing more people, like I said, not every client wants you to do it for them. Some are willing to work with you in a different delivery format like this. And so you actually get to serve more clients, and it's a win-win situation. And number 4, it will take some iterations to dial this in. You're going to get better as you do it more and more and more. So don't promise the world, promise, the early stages that it's going to be raw and unpolished, but they're going to get what they want, and you make sure that that happens so you can get testimonials and case studies. So I want to know in the comment section below, what can you package up right now into more of a productized consulting offer that you're going to go make an offer to your list or your market right now? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what amazing services and experience you have that you can sell, just like we did in our business, to add an additional 6 figures of income per year to your business. And if you're doing above 15K a month and below 50K a month, and you would like my team's help guiding through a similar process, we'd be happy to see if it's a good fit. I put a link in the description below to book a call and chat with us about doing this inside of your business, following a step-by-step process. But I'm certain that if you have a track record of getting your clients results, you are sitting on at least 6 figures of income inside your business. And if you enjoyed this video and you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification bell, because we have a new video that comes out each and every week.